This is video number 2 in a series of videos targeting to make 1,000 people make their first million through trading by the end of 2025. In this video, I want to share about a trading edge in the market. This video will have 3 segments. Number 1, what is an edge? Number 2, why you need to have an edge. And number 3, how to create an edge for yourself. Straight into business. What is an edge? An edge is simply a trading system that gives you an upper advantage in the market that helps you preserve your capital, and on top of that, helps you make money in trading. You will notice that I have started by saying an edge first helps you preserve your capital, and then on top of it, helps you make money. So the first goal of having an edge is to preserve capital. That is primarily through risk management. A trading edge should have a risk management system in place that helps you avoid blowing accounts. After capital preservation, the next goal of a trading edge is to help you make money in the long run so that trading becomes a profitable adventure for you. Now, what are the components of a trading edge? A trading edge has 2 components. First one is a win rate, the second one is a risk-reward ratio. These 2 components, when combined together, give you an advantage over the market and is bound to make you a profitable trader. What is a win rate? A win rate, in simplest definition, is how many times you win at something over the number of times you play the game or place a trade. For example, using a football match of a team called AFC. For AFC, in 10 games it plays, how many times does it win? If it wins 8 games out of 10, then it has a win rate of 8 out of 10. Now that means in the previous games it has played, it has lost 2 games and won 8 games. Let's bring this in a trading context. In trading, this should be how many times you make profit over a number of trades you take, let's say in a week. If you decide to be placing 10 trades in a week, and out of the 10 trades you profit on 8, you have a win rate of 8 out of 10. That means for every 10 trades you take, you closed 8 trades in profit and closed 2 trades in losses. Now, a win rate is expressed as a percentage. For example, if you have a win rate of 8 out of 10, you multiply it by 100 to get a percentage, which gives you 80% win rate. For example, if you have a win rate of 6 out of 10, you have a win rate of 60%. And if you have a win rate of 4 out of 10, then you have a 40% win rate. Is there a recommended win rate you should have? There's no recommendation because different strategies give different win rates, and a win rate only becomes meaningful if you bring in the aspect of risk to reward ratio. Typically in a gambling scenario, you need to have a 50-50 chance of winning or losing. That is a 50% win rate. I say in a gambling scenario because it imitates the tossing of a coin up to see whether it will land on heads or tails. In such a situation, you only have 2 chances, heads or tails, which gives you a 50% win rate. So let's work with 50% win rate as standard for this video. Now let's talk about risk to reward ratio. What does it mean? It simply means how much money you are willing to lose in a trade in order for you to make a profit. The amount of money you are willing to lose is the amount you have risked by placing a trade, and that means if the market moves against you, you will lose that amount of money. A reward is the amount of money you are expecting to make from placing a trade. That means if the trade you placed moves in your favor, that is the amount of money you're going to make. Now let's put it in a trading context. If you place a trade and risk $10 but hoping to make $10, you have a risk to reward ratio of $10 to $10. If you divide the 2, you get 1. Now a risk to reward is expressed as RR1, or risk to reward ratio of 1. Now assuming you risked $10 but you look forward to making $20, that becomes a risk to reward ratio of 10 to 20. $10 to $20 expressed as RR2. Now let's combine the 2 and put it in a trading context. If you have a win rate of 50% and a risk to reward ratio of 1, that means for every 1 profitable trade you get, you stand a chance of losing an equal amount of money in the next trade. A typical example of 10 trades with a capital of $100. So with a capital of $100, with a capital of $100, a risk to reward ratio of 1:1, and a win rate of 50%. 50% win rate. And you take 10 trades. In this typical example, for every trade you lose, you win another one. So you took one loss, and then another win, and then another loss, another win, another loss, another win, another loss, another win, and then another loss, and then another win. How many trades are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for every loss, you lost $10. Remember, you are risking $10 to make $10. Risk to reward ratio of 1. So you lost and made and lost and returned back to 90, and then you won and made 100, and then you lost again back to 90, and then you won again back to 100, and the pattern keeps repeating itself. 90, 100, 90, 100, 90, 100. So in this trade, we have preserved our capital at 100, but we have not made any profit or losses. That means our trading edge is performing its first function, capital preservation. Now let's look at a second typical example. This time we will have a capital of $100, a win rate of 50%, and a risk to reward ratio of 1:2, and we're taking 10 trades. That means for every trade we lose $10, the next trade will make how many? $20. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Win rate of 50%. So we have a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win, and then a loss. So for the first trade we took, remember it's a risk to reward ratio of 1:2. So for the first trade we took a win or a profit of $20, which makes it 120. And then we lost, in the second trade we lost $10, which makes it 110. Okay, and then we won again, making profit of $20, which makes it 130. And then in a loss, we lost $10, we came back to 120, and the pattern keeps repeating itself. 140, 130, 150, 150, and then 140, 160, 150. You will realize that in this trade, we first of all, capital was preserved. We still have our $100, and the profit we've made on top is $50. Okay, in our first example, you will realize our capital was only preserved, but we did not make any money out of it. In the second example, you can see not only did we preserve our capital, but our higher risk to reward ratio gave us the ability to make profit at the end of it. Now this becomes a trading edge that is designed to serve the two purposes it is designed for. Now, am I saying that this is a perfect edge? I only used it to show you how a trading edge functions and why you need to have one. There are people in the market who have a trading edge with 70% win rate but a risk to reward ratio of 1, and they still make profits. Or another person who has a win rate of 40% but have a high risk to reward ratio of up to risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5, and they still make money. Now, using these two, I would like you to do calculations based on $100 account to see how much profit one will make in 10 trades using number one, a win rate of 70%, and a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1, and second, a win rate of 40% and a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5. Comment your answers below as we continue in the video. Feel free to pause and make calculations. Now let's talk about how to develop an edge in the market. This is usually the hardest part as a beginner, and sometimes it takes long for one to develop an edge for themselves. It can take months or even years, sometimes going to 4 or 5 years to perfect a trading edge. You can make it easier for yourself by sitting under a trading mentor who has a proven trading edge in the market and work with his. A trading edge is something that is developed over a period of time as you experience the markets yourself. For the most part, you have to sit down with the charts of the trading instrument you are trading and learn how it moves. Once you learn how the market moves, is when you develop the rules that will make your trading edge. For example, in observing the Euro-USD pair, you need to observe on average how many pips does it move up or down per day. And if you place a trade based on a certain strategy, how many times did you close in profits and how many times did you close in losses? This helps you know your win rate, and the number of pips it moves in profits or losses will help you have a risk to reward ratio. Here is something you need to know. A win rate is something that comes with the strategy you decide to follow. Most often than not, it does minimal adjustment, but the most adjustable component in this is the risk to reward ratio. In your backtesting, you can decide to have a risk to reward ratio of 1 or 1.5 or 2 or even 5, whichever you decide. When testing the different strategies and win rates, you need to use a demo account. And in the next video, I will be talking about how to properly use a demo account. If you have been with me up to this point, consider subscribing and commenting your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Until next time, adios.